Hi, how are you? How's it going? Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, come on. Keep
Okay.
it moving. Yes.
Anyways,
What ifs?
hey,
Bro,
calm
shut
down,
up.
calm down.
I want the what ifs right
Um,
now. Run them. All of them.
whatchamacallit, this is gonna be part 2 of what if Deku had a lightning quirk. Cause I really like this what if. So, I pretty much left it off, but just to give a quickie summary is a Momo, cause y'all niggas seem to love Momo. Momo, Todoroki, Bakugo, Uraraka, and Deku, they're all kind of like homies. Momo, she's in the crew, but she's kind of a little bit out there. She comes in when they're doing special training, and her confidence is built up dramatically. But so now we're gonna get, cause the sludge villain attack happened. We passed out. They had to redo the entrance exams and shit, cause Deku was like on that Big Daddy flow, and he said, "Nah, B, goodbye." All this stuff was gone. So this changes because I don't know if I said it in the last part, but I say it. No. Yeah. It sets them back a little bit. So Deku's like literally, he has like a 2-week grace period, and Deku's training, and he meets a weird figure, but we'll get into that later. The dude was really weird and kept talking about blood. He was very confused about this. Anywho, so we're gonna say, pretty much everything happened similar to like it did in canon. Without happening like it did in canon. Because the timing was off, Deku had, that grace period of training and stuff. So Deku already tested his quirk, and Azal was very impressed. So when he was talking about expelling people, and Deku was talking about Momo and all these other people and stuff. So once they got in the class and he saw how he motivate them, Azal wouldn't expel anybody because he's done that in the past, and it's been stated numerous times he's done that in the past. But once men see how Deku has an influence on people and how he helps people, motivate them to get better, because he's like, duh! He's just so strong and stuff. We're gonna make it to where give me 3 seconds. I don't really remember where I left off. But Deku basically helps people get stronger, blah blah blah. There's nothing important we need to talk about here. It's really when it gets to the USJ attack. Nothing really changes besides a small minute detail. So instead of the Nomu just being completely impacted, or fudge, I turned the oven off. Every time. Instead of Deku just being completely I'm so sorry, guys. Instead of the Nomu being hit resistant, it's not as high as it was originally. Cause he has a bit of rubber, like certain parts of his body is rubber. That'll play into a part in a moment. USJ attack happened. And since Deku was always folding everyone at random times to help them, gain a sense of when, they should be prepared and when they should be ready, they all in unison felt this, and Momo did too. Momo gave, everyone but Deku, lightning resistant, not armor, but like an outfit kinda to put over them. And it's like something real simple they could just throw on. The reason they did this is because, Deku literally shoots out with his lightning. He can control it, but she just does this as a safety precaution. She literally grabs all of them and starts flinging them, kind of like he's throwing rocks or something. So all of them are getting flung, but at a certain trajectory. The second this happens, Bakugo is automatically on site, on bumper, ready. So he goes in for that hell point, and the reason I say he has this is since he was training with Deku, he was working on bettering his quirk and his martial arts. He was kind of confused on why Deku would worry about martial arts if he has a god tier quirk, but whatever. It's not like he's actually gonna need it.
Or will he?
Anyways, Bakugo hits the crap out of what's that dude's name? Shigaraki? Not Shigaraki. I think that's what his name is. The dude with the hands. He hits this dude in his dome piece, and the second he does that, the dude gets flung back. he lands and he starts like he rips a couple of villains a new one. I'm gonna say Kurogiri, he gets pushed back, but like nothing too serious. I'll just say he got knocked out conscious. Todoroki is up in the air and he starts, kicking, punching, throwing flames, throwing ice, and throwing like all these other moves, while Uraraka, she's coming in with some good hands. And if you can see how Deku fought, you can see a resemblance there because Deku kind of taught her how to throw basic hands. And so she's throwing some good hands. Momo starts making different weapons and different blades. The only reason she's able to train with all these weapons fluently is because Deku knows a lot about materials and stuff. Because he was curious on what materials can conduct electricity and all this stuff. Because that might help for him to make his hero outfit. Which right now, side note, Deku's hero outfit, it's not related to All Might. I'm going to say he got some experience, or not some experience, some pointers from the number 3 hero, or whatever genius might be. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I don't know if he came back in the manga or not, because I was rereading that, not rereading it. I was trying to catch back up, but he's one of those heroes, and the reason he's going to be important in a moment later on in the story. But enough with that. Deku's hero outfit is like a blend of like gold and different conductive metals. But it's like a thin, light way because it'll help him conduct and gather more electricity. And he also has like different bits of like, it's hard to describe his outfit. I'm trying to think of the best way. So kind of imagine Deku with his shoot style, but with like a gold and black kind of theme to it. And he also has a weird scarf that's red. He just added that for whatever reason. And his hero mask is like him using his electricity to kind of make it flex up and like reform in the metal. So this way he can like have a weapon on him. Most of his clothing and stuff can be turned straight into a weapon or shield protection. So that Bakugo, he's working on some special type of training because he uses his quirk in a completely different way than he does in canon. Because he uses his legs and all this other stuff. Something I just always hated. If he can explode things, why would it be exclusively be to his palms? He should be able to do it everywhere. Even though they say, it's only his palms. Todoroki's outfit's a lot more different. He has it to where it regulates his temperature. If his body gets too hot or too cold, it helps regulate. Eventually he's going to get rid of that system. But you know how Deku is, being good with quirks and stuff. So Uraraka has a system. I'm going to say she has like some minor things on her, similar to how she was in canon, but it actually looks sexy and not weird. And she has something to like when she gets nauseated, it kind of like hits her in her temples. Not like beat her. Oh crap. I got to make sure my fries don't burn. Don't burn on me, baby. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Okay. I think I got most of like the basic stuff out of the way though. Like of what's going on. Their outfits are slightly different. Anywho, but with that out of the way, though, they actually just start ripping on all these wannabe villains and stuff. Shigaraki is caught off guard because of did they know about the attack? Whoever the mole was, or whoever I think Loki, the creator, forgot about him. But whoever the mole or whatever was, Shigaraki's like, did he betray us? And then what really clued it off was when Deku pulled up and like zapped the dude's dome piece in. Like this made him mad. He was immediately confused and trying to be on bumpers, but it wasn't working. Cause he was like, how? How do you know? But before he could finish in the words, he said, listen, we don't know who you are or what you want. We don't even know how you got here or why you're here. But I don't know what you thought you was about to do, like pull up on my homies? Nah, chief. That ain't the move, cuz. And so Deku, Uraraka, and all of them were just on bumpers, on sight. I'm almost done. I know y'all want to see my gorgeousness.
If you don't get your ugly ass.
Anyways, they actually just started fighting. Pretty much eliminated most of them. Bakugo was testing out a couple of his other moves. Todoroki was throwing flames and ice everywhere, so everybody was dying on his side. Uraraka was making all these niggas float. Touch. Up you go, down you go. Deku was just he was like throwing some hands with Sugar Rocky. He was throwing some good hands with man for a good little minute. He actually knew some martial arts, and dude kept trying to like delete his existence, but every time he came close, Deku was like phase on some flash flow, so it wasn't happening, dog. And eventually, after a while, this is different because they don't need to go get All Might. All Might doesn't need to waste his time getting there and wasting his time limit or whatever, because Deku's there. He got to. And his homies got it. Momo. Can't forget about little Momo down with the big titties, even though I don't really care for those. She upped in this bitch too. She's throwing some good. She's a weapon martial artist. So she throwing some good hands, fucking all these niggas up and shit. It's dummy funny because she then she like redirects it and remakes a weapon, and then immediately starts going with like bow staff. Then she switches, makes it into a spear, and just start going dummy ham with that shit, dog. Like she's going crazy, nigga. It is hilarious. Shigaraki realizes he's screwed and fucked. He's like, call out the Nomu now. Where is he? Nomu pulls up. Drops Momo. Like, drop out, get your GD, malaria flow. Boy, then, Bakugo's like, say, this nigga get his shit. First he gets kneed, then he gets kneed repeatedly, then he gets thrown up and just... The Nomu is going stupid. So stupid you can't say stupid right. Momo and Todoroki, the reason Deku hasn't came and saved the day yet, because he's fighting what's her face? I'm getting off track. Todoroki and Uraraka, that's what I'm trying to say. They put up a decent fight, but they get crushed. Deku looks, sees all his homies on the ground, blasts this nigga away with one hand. Enough playing around. The Nomu's like looking crazy. And Deku's like, man, lightning strike. And then boom. All that shit's going on in the background and shit, right? So you'd be like, oh yeah, he got him. One shot, right? Remember how I told you mans was made out of a little bit of rubber? Yeah, he looked at Deku. That's all you got, little nigga? Deku's not used to fighting someone that has physical strength, because this dude has more physical strength than Deku does at base. Yes, he can do other, lightnings and stuff to like increase that or whatever. But as he is right now, just playing James, he gets caught off guard and the Nomu starts thrashing him. I was always like, maybe I should come and help. He sees Deku's dome piece from a distance. Nah, B, got this. So what he ended up doing is he ended up saying, all right. And out of nowhere, an immense amount of spiritual pressure hits everywhere. Everyone's scared. Even the Nomu backs up. I don't like using these moves and using these techniques because I go a little crazy. But I've been working with different colors of lightning, and it depends. His eyes glow red, light red splashes go around him. He's like, but it depends on my mood. And right now, his hair sticks up. It's kind of almost like a reddish tint. It almost looks like he's Super Saiyan, but red Super Saiyan. So God Super Saiyan. That's a lot of Super Saiyans, cuz. And so he's like, but right now, I want you to go. So Deku starts unleashing a mass flurry. Remember how I talked about how the Nomu was stronger than him in base, right? So this isn't a transformation per se. It's just releasing a different part of Deku, I guess, if you want to word it like that. So when Deku has red lightning, his moves becomes more wild, more not demonic, but more ferocious and more just aggression, hatred, rage. So he's like, you want to hurt my homies, huh? So this dude starts beating this nigga's ass, bro. Every way the Nomu hits all of Deku's friends, that's the way he's beating this nigga's ass. He starts like ripping this nigga's limbs off and just hitting this dude with a lot amount of light. Oh, you might got a little bit of protection. I don't know what's making you immune, to my quirk. He does, but he's a little hot right now, so he doesn't. But don't worry, I'll just keep striking until your quest back. And then he screams, I like my fries well done anyways. Boom, boom, and each time he swings his hand, like a good amount of like electricity and jolts are hitting this dude. So the Nomu is dummy scared, and he's like, listen, you're not human anymore, but you were human once upon a time, right? He's like, let me ask you something. Do you feel fear? Nomu starts to run away. Deku cuts this dude's leg, or at least one of them, so he's hopping away very, very panically. He tries to call Rocky for help, and then Deku just like gets like this big ass lightning spear, makes it into a giant ass sword. I'm gonna say, if y'all remember Todoroki's ice sculpture when he was in the sports festival in Canyon, not as big as that, but it was overkill. And just like slams it straight down on the Nomu. And the Nomu's looking very puzzled and very confused and stuff. He's dead now. But it took him a minute to realize he was dead. That's how fast Deku killed man. Boy, I shit you not, everyone's confused. Deku immediately calms down. He overheard his body, so he won't be able to use, like his full power. So he's about capped at an 80 because it was his first time doing that, and he was a little angry when he did it. He's only done very light training when it came to that. He wanted to work on his basic abilities first before trying to do anything like super god tier and shit. So everybody was like, what the fuck just happened? Kirishima, Mineta, everyone that isn't the main five right now. What just happened? And how strong is Deku? Danky, on the other hand, is feeling very, very like a bitch. Because, like, this dude has a similar quirk to mine's, but his quirk is so much more better than mine's. So, this dude's feeling some type of way. That might play a part later. And so, Mans gets ready. Everyone gets pretty much basic healed up by Deku. Not by a lot, but just, enough to, like, not die or suffer a wound. And, Rocky, before he leaves, is like, no way, this is impossible. That was supposed to be a Nomu stronger than All Might. Deku looks at him and like shoots a beam trying to like hit him, but all it does is like graze his like neck or shoulder or some shit, right? And so that happens or whatever, and then they immediately get teleported out. Everyone's like confused. Deku's a real nigga too though, because he's like, listen, if you want to get mad at me for doing that, he basically kind of gave them the whole spiel of like how he was giving his homie some special training, because he has like electricity fields around him, so it's almost like he has like a small level of ultra instinct right now, because of the fact is hold on, let me get that angle. I don't think I can. Okay, basically he has a small little ultra instinct kind of, because of with the little things, it tells them about things before it happens. Because when people swing and stuff, they give off a certain chemical electricity, but it's not actual electricity. But we'll just say for the time being, it's give or take the closest thing we got. So it's kind of like he knows things before it happens. He also knows normal people can train like this too, so that's why he beat the fuck out of his homies until they realized like, oh. So they eventually were able to wake up and put some protection around them and stuff. While when Deku ever tried to go fuck with them and shit. And he also hid his presence a good chunk too. So imagine somebody with some like very obvious killing intent. So if they're able to sense Deku when he's hiding his killing intent, or intent to do harm, it doesn't necessarily gotta be killing intent, they start bugging out. But yeah, we're gonna leave it off here. If you made it this far, go ahead and put like banana pudding or some shit. But yeah, I hope y'all like it. Sub, like, and the bell thingy. I don't know if I said that or not, because I'm in the past me right now. I don't know if they're editing me. Stop this video midway. Like and sub, nigga. Or some shit like that. So I don't know, shoes. I'm literally just waiting for the 20 mark. But I think I've made that very clear. Like if it's like 19 something, and I'm pretty much good for this. What if? I'm gonna wait until that 20 mark. So y'all niggas, when I get big and I wait for the 20 mark, y'all won't be like, why is he doing that? He's just doing that for the ad revenue.
Intro. This is my intro. Well, my outro, but yeah.